reading a fanfic that's Leo X Human Male Reader. It's called Sleepover, and enjoy the vid, I guess. Lions POV. Leo had invited me to a sleepover together since he had the lair all to himself. The others were either staying the night at April's or another friend's house. Once I arrived, I walked right in. Leo was already on the couch, so I walked behind him. "Hi, Leo," my voice cracked. I face palmed. Leo chuckled. "Hey, ready for the sleepover to begin?" he asked with a nervous smile. I hummed, getting out the blankets and pillows. "You brought extra? How nice," he said as his nervous smile became a regular one. I smiled too. Stopped down. As we were deciding movies, Leo suggested it would be cooler to make a pillow and blanket fort. I agreed and we got started. By the time we were done, we had agreed on 3 movies. The movies we picked out were Jupiter Gym movie, favorite slasher movie, and a random one. We both sat down in the tent as the light from TV illuminated the blanket and pillow walls. "Alright, can you pass me the remote?" he asked, pointing at my leg. I nodded and gave it to him. Leo started the movie and laid down. I stayed sitting up because it was more comfortable. By the time we got through all of the movies, we turned off the TV and laid down on top of the blanketed floor. We knew we were both wide awake. Leo had insomnia, which made it hard for him to sleep. And I have a fucked up sleep schedule. I stared to the dark ceiling before my imagination took over my vision. I just let my imagination run its course because it was quite entertaining. I kept watching to see how it would play out until I saw Leo come into view. My eyes widened, but I let it continue until he got closer to my face, and I shook away the stupid thoughts and stared into the darkness. Leo sat up a few seconds later and put a hand on my shoulder. "Hey," he breathed in. "I have something to tell you," he said with confidence. I turned my head and put my hand on his. "Whatever it is, I'm ready to listen," I said with a smile. Through the darkness, I noticed a light pink on his cheeks. He hesitated, so I spoke up. "Are you alright?" I asked. He seemed to get more nervous. I should have just let him talk, I thought. "I'm okay, but He paused. "I have a crush on you," he said quietly. Silence filled the room as I sat there in shock. "I understand if you don't like me back, but because I'm human and all." I cut him off by hugging him. This caused Leo's back to hit the ground. "I like you too," I shouted while laughing. Leo started laughing and crying happy tears. He hugged back. "But why'd you go so quiet?" he asked once the laughter died down. I was shocked, I said, embarrassed. "What's it like to kiss someone?" I asked, looking at Leo. "I don't know, I've never kissed anyone before." I looked at him shocked. "Really?" I asked. "Is it really that surprising?" he asked nervously. "If it is, you're literally that hot and never kissed anyone?" I said, gesturing to him. "If I'm being honest, I was kinda hoping you'd be my first," he said in a questioning way. "Oh, I would like that." Why'd my voice do that? "Oh, I would like that," I said, scratching the back of my head nervously. Leo got closer to me. "1," Leo said before I continued. "2," he smiled and I smiled back. 3, we both said at the same time before leaning in. Did it for a second because we were both embarrassed. First kiss with Ryan? Done, Leo said, getting out a piece of paper. What's that? I asked as he folded it back up. A checklist. He smiled before hugging me and laying down. I hugged back and buried my head in him. Leo chuckled. Before we saw the light go on, we both got up alarmed. Ooh, good one, Mikey complimented it. Donnie, I glared at them. What? You had to cut our sleepover short? Sleepover short because our parents came home and we couldn't risk getting caught. Donnie explained I can't even pronounce that. Yeah, it sums it up. But what's with you two and being all cuddly with each other? What Raph asked. Nothing, me and Leo said immediately. I blushed and looked away from Leo. Oh, can we have a sleepover here with you guys? Ricky asked. Yeah, just don't mess up the tent, Leo said as they sat or laid down in the massive tent. We were still like 6 feet away from them when they chose their spots. I mean 3 feet if I said 6 feet. Sorry for interrupting. Love you guys. I looked over to Leo and who was already staring at me. My eyes widened and I averted my eyes. I looked at Donnie, who was wiggling his drawn-on eyebrows. I glared at him before turning back to Leo and wrapping my arms around him. He chuckled and patted my back before hugging me. After a few minutes, I went underneath his shirt and stayed there. Leo tensed up but calmed down after a minute. You're warm as hell, said half asleep. And you're hot as hell, I said without thinking. I mentally slapped myself as things started to get dark. Good night, nickname. Good night, Neon Leon. I am so sorry for all the screw-ups and mess-ups, but I hope y'all have a wonderful day, night, or rest if y'all are going to sleep while listening to this. Please, give suggestions in the comments. Y'all can do any fandoms, but I might do them rarely because I was even embarrassed to do this one. But I love you guys and have a good night's sleep. And I will mostly be doing male listeners, but you could do gender neutral or female reader or listener. So y'all just decide. Love you guys.